Hi.
You trickster.
It was late on mine. Maybe it wasn't late on yours. I don't know. It was just delayed. But hi, welcome back, everybody, and welcome back to Tina. This thing looks ginormous. The Powered by StreamYard. That looks bigger.
Does it?
Than usual, don't it?
I don't know. I don't look at it. I look at your faces.
I look at your guys' faces too, unless I'm looking at my notes, but I just noticed that it's really big. See, now my notes, I wish there was like blackout, the dark version for Microsoft Word, because now I look washed up again. Anyways, just a reminder, you guys, I am referencing mybodygraph.com and ahumandesign.com. So yes, we're continuing our adventure of the human design chart. So this is part 2. Just a reminder, I am not a subject matter expert. Everything I say is based on my understanding of the information available based on the 2 sources I previously stated. And I think I put my iPad in the other room because I was going to reference that, but I got my phone, so it's fine. So just a quick refresher that we're going to go over real quickly. The type, strategy, and the inner authority, those are reflective of how to be in alignment with our nature. So for the types, we have generators, projectors, manifestors, and reflectors. Each type has its own strategies. The 4 strategies are to respond, to inform, wait for invitation, and wait a lunar cycle. And then the authorities are the various various types of inner authority: the solar plexus, the sacral, the splenic. I still don't know if I'm saying that right. Ego manifested, self-projected, ego projected, mental, and lunar authority. And then that's that. I think that's a good refresher over all that. So we are going to continue on with learning about this. I'm trying to find a good spot to move my notes. We'll minimize because I want to share. We'll share the screen. Well, real quick, did any of you have questions on any of those things that I stated before we move into like the next thing?
I took copious notes.
He did take copious notes.
I just find it kind of funny that I'm a generator.
Yeah.
You're a generator?
I'm a generator.
Yeah.
What did we say I was?
Liz.
Generator.
Yes.
See, we're on team generator.
Liz is a generator.
And Jen is a generating manifester.
Manifesting generator.
I was close.
You were close. Why is that doing that? Yeah, manifesting generator. Okay. Anyways, we'll share. So we're gonna let me look at my notes. Why do I feel so disorganized? Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna share that screen so you guys can follow along. Present, share, window, this. So just so you guys can see, that's my chart. Try that again. That's my chart. And so I am going to hide that.
Oh, did you send Tina her chart?
Tina has her. So I talked to Tina today. Tina, so we jumped into this before, and so Tina still had her chart. So she did send me hers, so we can reference that also. So conditioning. I don't remember why I wrote this note down, but it says conditioning often gets in the way of being in alignment. Oh, so, okay, that's what it was. So the open channels, where did I see that at? The open channels. Okay, there are open areas. Everything white or not colored in is our open areas. So each open area is a receptor to conditioning, a doorway for conditioning to enter and to keep you from expressing your authentic self. So I think we discussed that a little bit.
Tell me, out of all the shampoo.
Sorry.
All the shampoo.
I was trying to click on something for my chart. Oh shit! What is that?
You want to know something funny? So like earlier I had set my alarm so that way I would get off my video game in time for this, and I forgot that I had changed my alarm sound to like waking noises or something from Spotify, or energetic. I think it was energetic music from Spotify. And so I'm sitting here playing my game, and all of a sudden I hear, what's that? I was like, what the fuck? It scared the fuck out of me. It was so scary. But anyways, I think we discussed this last time, that our undefined areas, essentially these open areas, were areas that we just need to pay special. Yes, Liz.
I don't like this. And I'm
What?
just putting it out there. Well, how am I supposed to be my true and authentic self, but yet I don't know what it is? I'm supposed to spend my whole life finding it, right? And yet, I don't know if y'all remember my chart, okay? But it's mostly white.
Oh yeah, let's bring up Liz's
Okay?
chart.
So I'm just fighting the conditioning like that, like a freaking ninja, right? Like this shit is hard as anyway, I'm just saying I get off my soapbox here, but
no, you're good. I mean, because what you're saying, it makes sense. Like, that one, is that one yours? This one's yours. So here's what. Come on, Jen. Why is it doing that? Because I messed with settings
see this?
before.
you see
So
all
this-
that light in there?
This is Liz's chart. So she has a lot of
Okay.
undefined centers, and she has a lot of open channels. And so what this thing had said on with open areas, everything white or not, it's a doorway for conditioning to enter and keep you from expressing your authentic self. This process starts, I didn't finish reading it because I didn't want it to be like I'm reading at you guys, but to go more in depth, this process starts early on within our family dynamics and continues throughout life as we are exposed to the various influences of the outside world. The conditioning we experience can be overwhelming, distort our perspective, and influence how we make decisions. So knowing what's open, and when we go into details as far as like what each gate is and how it affects that center and what the channels mean and the lines, like it, once you realize or understand where you are susceptible to conditioning, then I think it's a lot of the information that I'm finding, it's kind of telling you like these are the things you should watch for, and these are the ways to be better in alignment.
I'm just saying, I feel like I picked like hard. When I logged into the game, I was like, let's see what happens when you put this on extremely difficult.
You went straight survival mode. You just wanted to
Oh
get
my
it. You're just trying to get it. Maybe, you know what? Maybe you have already played the game on all the levels, and there's one last achievement that says you have to play it on nightmare mode, and that's what you chose.
Like, brava. Oh,
Oh, it's so funny. It's funny, but it's not.
Maybe
But
it
I
just
think
means
this'll
that
be-
you don't have any. You're just so open and fluid.
I know, but see, the problem
other
is
thing.
like the thing that makes this great, right? And not to deter too much from Jen's, research, but like it explains everything, and it's one of those things that it blows your mind because you're like, the more you know, the more you know, right? But like,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, hey, this explains why fucking almost everything in my life has been the way that it is, and why I feel like I'm very good at fitting into different places for the most part, very chameleon-like, right? But it's because of all these open receptors, because I'm like, oh yeah, sure, we can like try that,
Yeah.
and then, but like, but then, like she said, it blocks you from being your true and authentic self. And it's like, so then all these other outside factors get kind of mixed into your paint, if you will, right? And you don't even know what your base color is anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is a tool to help you find your base color.
Thanks, friend.
You're welcome. Okay, so like I said, open areas, they're a receptor to conditioning, a doorway for conditioning to center, and to keep you from expressing your authentic self. Being aware of the open areas, we can use it to gain wisdom in life instead of identifying with energetic frequencies that are not who we are. So that was the other part. It was not, that must have been, that was further down. It was in my notes. When two centers are connected to each other, a definition is formed. A definition is what throughout life will be reliable and consistent. Just a quick disclaimer, I have been super fucking dyslexic when I've been taking notes, so some of this might not make sense. I don't know what's been going on. Okay, so there are 4 kinds of definitions. single, split, triple, and quadruple. And initially I thought that this was I thought this meant like the channels.
You said single, split, triple, and quadruple.
Yes. Initially I think this still has something to do with the channels. The things that are filled in. I don't know exactly how they figure it out, but so Liz, yours is just split. So I'm thinking that's just a single split. Or else I think it would say, oh no,
Double.
Yours is split. Just kidding. It's single, split, triple, and then quadruple. So yours is split. Tina, I believe yours was also split.
Split, yeah.
And then mine is actually a triple.
That explains a lot.
Does it? Okay, so I'm going to go into the definitions or
Okay.
the descriptors, I guess. So single, a continuous connection, indicates a self-contained independent energy dynamic. People with a single definition can easily access and process their own energy, often experiencing a sense of inner harmony and a clear understanding of their motivations and decision-making processes. So for you guys, you two split, two areas of definition separate from each other, require interactions with others to bridge the gap between these separate energy centers, often seeking relationships that complete their energy configuration. These connections can bring balance and clarity to their decision-making process, but it's crucial for split definition individuals to maintain discernment in choosing relationships that support their well-being and authenticity. That's crazy. That's very, very interesting, especially based on, because me and Tina, when we were chatting earlier, we were kind of talking about some of the stuff, and we were trying to figure out the stupid lines, which I'll get into the lines later. We were trying to figure out the stupid lines, and so we were reading some things, and that definitely kind of fits along or goes along the lines of something I read for you earlier. Okay, so for me, triple. 3 separated areas, people with triple split definition have a unique ability to perceive different aspects of a situation or problem, often excelling at understanding various perspectives. However, they may also experience challenges in integrating these separate viewpoints into a cohesive whole. For triple split definition individuals, patience and communication are essential in allowing time for their understanding to crystallize and for effectively sharing their insights with others. So I need to I need to stop calling you guys and be like, oh my God, I had an epiphany, and I'm like trying to bubble through it. I need to sit with it apparently and let it crystallize so I can understand.
That's right.
And then finally, the quadruple. Liz, if you need me to slow down, I can. I know you're over there taking notes.
It's not that big of a deal. Just catch every other word. It's fine.
Sorry.
Because I can't hear you over my own self that's writing, telling me what to write.
Yeah, I hate that, don't you? So quadruple. They have 4 separate areas. This configuration is quite rare and indicates a highly specialized and unique energy dynamic. Individuals with quadruple split definition possess an innate ability to navigate between different realms of experience and understanding, often bringing innovative and unconventional insights to the table. However, they may also face challenges in establishing a sense of continuity and integration in their lives. And then there are those without definition, and those are the reflectors that don't have definition. So looking at, Liz is split. So your channel or the channel that's linked to gate 10, that one, I'm assuming that's what it means, because that one and 28 looks like it's split. 2 looks like it's split. 43 looks like it's split. I'm assuming that's what it means, because looking at mine. Share this tab instead. Close that. So looking at, I don't see where there'd be a triple, because there's only 2 colors.
Here at 20, 26, and 40, like that little triangle there, you have 3.
This part?
I think that, yeah, but go over to the right a little, that right there. When you come off of it, see how you have 3 that come off of there? Now, if you go back to mine, I only have 2 there.
Share this tab instead.
Oh, no, I lied. I do have 3. I don't know then.
I don't know either. I'm thinking, you know what? I have no idea. None. But that's what it says.
Yeah.
Okay, so those I already said that. So there are 64 gates. Each gate corresponds to one of the 64 hexagrams that make up the outer edge of the Rave mandala. Mandala. Here, I'll show you. This is. I'm not sharing that screen. Here's mine. So this is the Rave mandala that they're talking about, and there are 64 gates. So all the way around.
Oh, bro, that's so dope.
64 gates. Each of these gates actually correspond, like the hexagrams that they're referencing comes from that I Ching book that I told you guys about, or the practice that this affiliates it with. So that's where we're going to get into the lines. So like each of these are symbols for the corresponding the corresponding hexagram with the gate, and then where it's at in the line, that's where we kind of got a little confused, but I'll get into that more, I guess.
Can we go back to the definitions?
Yes. Which definitions would you like?
Well, just in general. So I'm doing like a little side reading here, not to be rude.
So rude.
I know. They're visualized in a body graph as connected or split areas of color. So you have 3 connected full things of color. Is that what that's saying? Like on the left, I'm pointing to the screen like y'all can see me.
I do it all the time.
On the left-hand side here, see how you have like the square in the middle, which I think is your splenic, or is that your sacral?
Okay, hold on. You said this one right here?
Yeah, but see, then it connects to the one in your throat area, right?
This one?
No,
one.
up one. Yeah, that's one continuous line of energy, and then you have the 2 triangles, right? So that brown little triangle on the left connects.
Oh, here's the 3.
Yeah, because it's split.
I think that's what it means. Sorry, continue. So this 3, so this triangle.
Maybe. So I'm just saying you have 3 full continuous lines. Right?
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying now. This.
Yeah.
This. Okay.
Yeah. So if you went back to mine, I bet you I only have 2 or none.
Share this tab. You have a bunch of hats.
Yeah. So those channels.
Well, this one's one.
Those channels that are filled with the red and the black, those channels are what did I had it all written down, and then it's starting to come back to me when I first did this chart. I believe that's how, from that area, like the triangle or the square or whatever it is, that helps your personality or your design. That's why they're red or black, in that area going towards that other area.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So
well, because it does
it's kind of like a helper.
Yeah.
To get you to that point.
Right.
And if
I
it's
was
red, or like on my chart, it's red and blue, not red and black. But like the red is your design of like who you are, but the blue is your personality, which is your soul, which is what you're supposed to meant to be.
And so I had it backwards too. So if you're a single definition, you have continuous connections. If you're split, there are 2 areas that are separated from each other, and then a triple split, which is you have 3 separated areas.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense.
But it's about how the energy flows inside of you.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna definitely
all fragmented and broken, apparently.
Yeah. No, we're gonna deep dive into like where all this stuff's at. Okay, so
anyway, I'm sorry. So 64 gates was where we were at.
64 gates. Yes, 64 gates.
And your hexagon.
The hexagrams.
Was it a hexagon?
Hexagrams. Yep, 64 hexagrams. And that is from the I Ching.
don't mind me if you hear paper ruffling, because I know
Oh,
I
no.
wrote all this down. I did my chart. Jen, do you realize this was almost 2 years ago that we did this chart?
Has it been that long?
Yes, because it's all
Oh my
dated.
god.
And I did Ava's and Abel's. So I
Mhm.
have it, like I went through, like I was really deep diving that night. Like I literally was like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I wrote it all down because I took some pictures on my phone. But I just cannot find that notebook. And now I found a couple more notebooks.
Yeah.
And I'm
It's
like,
okay.
maybe,
You know what?
maybe
I
it's
mean,
in here.
maybe we're gonna find it when we're meant to hear it. While
Mhm.
you're looking, Liz, do you still need definitions?
No, you're good.
Okay, because I'm gonna go grab my iPad because I think it's gonna be easier to be able to pull the book up on the iPad versus my phone. So give me. Actually, no. I'll grab that later because we're gonna go into the planets real quick before we get too deep into the other nooks and crannies. So I pulled up this picture of my chart so you guys can follow along. So I'm starting from top down. So I'm starting at the top just to tell you
Okay.
guys what each symbol is. So that way you know, and then you're gonna know what gate. So you'll see the numbers. So for example, mine on the left, the design, that is the very first symbol is the sun. So that sun symbol under design is in the 7th gate and in the first line. So that 7.1 is 7th gate, first line. Did you find it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Let's hear it. Explain.
Okay, so we're talking about, what are we talking about now? I found
Well,
it.
did you found about the
Channels and the
definitions?
the channels
connectors.
and the splits, the definitions?
Yes.
Okay.
It says not all are connected. Only what we need to get connected. That's what we need. Those lines.
Oh.
So the white lines are no connections. You have no connections to those areas. Fully color lines mean they're connectors in the area, and those are really strong. A half line means that we are searching for that connection. So if it's a half line and doesn't go all the way through, we're searching for that area. That's
Okay.
what we're searching for. If it's gone all the way through, is meaning that
You found it.
you found it, and like that is like part of you, like you know what that is.
Okay, so you're in tune with it.
Yes,
essentially.
you're in tune with
Okay.
it.
Okay.
I like it.
How people, okay, yeah, the subconscious is your right side and the conscious is the black side, or the black, yeah.
Well,
On the
yeah,
other, the
for
personality.
this one, yeah, personality's conscious, design is the subconscious. Or- yeah.
64 gates. Okay, so the first number, I don't know, did you talk about this already when you were talking
I
about
think
the
she's
number?
getting ready to
Mhm.
go into it.
Okay, the gate, which like if it's 53.4,
Mm-hmm.
the 53 is the lessons and challenges that you need in life. And the 4 is your profile line. Hold on. It's like chicken scratch.
That's what we were trying to figure out earlier was the line. Because when you read it out of the I Ching book, it's really confusing.
Okay, it says that it's relationships within your network
Relationships within your network.
to help you get to your gate towards your lessons and challenges in life. So that point, that line,
Yeah.
is what's supposed to help you get there.
Okay.
The meaning of it.
And just so you guys know, there are only 6 lines. I don't know if I said that or not. There are only 6 lines.
Mhm.
So when we start deep diving into the gates and the lines, then I'll go grab the I Ching thing, because then we can read straight from the I Ching. Because there's nothing on, from what I was having a hard time trying to find, like what the lines represent type of thing. And
Mhm.
it just kept popping up with the profiles, which profiles we'll get into later on.
Yeah.
Okay,
because-
so
yeah, go ahead.
go ahead. No, you go
No,
ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that's why there's only the 6 that help you, the different profiles
Okay.
that just help you in that area.
Mm-hmm.
And you're talking about the point number,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So the
Yeah.
first number you said is the gate,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and then the second number is
The line.
okay. And there
Which-
are only 6 lines.
There
Yeah.
are only 6 lines.
Got you.
All right. So starting with the top down, I'm going to tell you guys what each of those symbols mean and just a little bit of information on it. So the sun is the very first one. It represents our core energy, our primal life force. Our personality sun shows how we express our essence in the world, while the design sun denotes the genetic themes inherited from our father, themes lived out unconsciously. The sun represents the theme of our incarnation, how we express our light in the world. The sun is the primary yang force.
Hmm.
Next is,
Masculine energy.
huh?
Masculine energy, the
Mhm.
yang force.
Yep. Earth is the next one down. It's the little circle with the cross in it. How we find our grounding, how we ground the energy of the sun. The sun and earth always operate together and are located opposite each other in the Rave mandala. It is through the earth that we find balance when dealing with the world of form and build stability. At an unconscious level, through the earth, we derive our capacity to come to terms with the world of form. The earth is the primary yin force. So the yin and the yang.
Mhm.
The next one down. Anybody want to guess what that is? It's the moon. Good job, buddies. The moon represents the force that moves us. It's the driving force in our design. I'm not going to go get super deep like
Mhm.
into that. I think we've covered that plenty of times before. Okay. So the nodes of the moon divide life into 2 basic dynamics, the south and north node phases. The
Mhm.
nodes are not planets, but position points where the path of the moon crosses the ecliptic and constitute an essential aspect of our design. So the next one down, the it looks like the horseshoe with the dots.
Yeah. That's
That
north
is-
like
node.
like headphones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like heavens. That is the north node. In the personality, the personality north node reveals the perspectives we develop about the world in our second half of our life, while the design delineates how we experience and relate to our environment. We switch from south node to north node after our Uranus opposition at approximately 38 to 43 years old. So all of us
Mhm.
should be or possibly already in our north node. So
Yeah.
just I thought that was
It's
a fun little tidbit to maybe keep in mind because south
Yeah, it's-
node, I'm sorry.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead. You do.
I was
do
going to say the
south
south node being the developmental stage. So it's going to be interesting when we get into like the north node, south node. So we're going to see
Mhm.
like how we were in our younger age. And while I was writing these notes, I was like, oh my God, it actually makes sense because I feel like a completely different person than what I
Mhm.
was in my 20s and
Yeah.
even early 30s. And I'm just like, wow, I feel like we have been like, we rush to adulthood way too fast. I feel like we're not really
Mhm.
fully adults until we're 30. Like,
Mhm.
as weird as that sounds. But what were you gonna say, Tina?
No, I said I have it written in my notes that the north node is the future direction,
Yes.
and the
Future.
south node is your past direction, or where
Okay.
you came from. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. So,
Okay.
South Node is the development stage of experiencing early life until we reach our Uranus opposition at around 38 to 43 years old. The personality in the South Node through the gate it activates illustrates how we perceive the world around us and perspectives we develop about it during our first half of our life. So that's something we really got to remember when we get into the gates is
Mhm.
the personality, the South Node through the gate it activates. So whatever gate, so for me, that's not me. Oh wait, I'm on the screen. For me, the south node is gate 14.
Mhm.
Liz, yours is gate 2, and Tina, I know yours is up here somewhere.
You doing
so
south node?
Did I say? I'm sorry, south node. Liz, yours is 1, and Tina, yours is 25. And the personality, that's the gates. So
Yeah.
if you want to write that down, my God, he's way over there. Stinky butt. Okay, so on the design side, it describes the early environments that form the background within which we experience life. Hopefully that all made sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. All right, the next one is the little that's Mercury with the little horns.
Mm-hmm.
Mercury is associated with the mind and mental functions. On the personality side, the theme of the gate it activates shows what we need to communicate and how we will express it. On the design side, it denotes a theme that is largely unconscious but equally important and therefore builds pressure until it finds a way to express itself. So I think Mercury is, I mean, we're going to obviously deep dive into all these, but I'm just trying to, I think I'm more making out loud mental notes that
Mhm.
Mercury will be another one that's going to explain a lot of things, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The next one down is the one without the horns. That one is Venus. Establishes our values and affects how we interact and relate with each other and what we deem valuable, our personal morals. So that
Mhm.
is like, and it go into like design or personality for that one. It's just essentially like those are our values and our morals.
Mm-hmm.
The next one down is it's got the arrow kind of going canted. I think it's an arrow. It's really small. That one is Mars. Symbolizes the use of energy from the early immature way of using this primal force completely free of responsibility and often uncontrollably to a mature use later in life. Over time, we use this energy in a wiser and more discerning way. I thought that was super interesting too. A super
Mhm.
interesting definition of with Mars or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
A descriptor, I guess. The weird looking fancy four.
Jupiter.
That one is Jupiter. Good job. That represents the law and underlying principles that create, reinforce, and uphold the law or laws. It symbolizes the expansion of consciousness and broadens our perspectives so we can understand our relationships to the whole.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm going too fast for Liz.
You're fine.
The next one, did I say Saturn already? No, I didn't.
Nope.
The next one is Saturn.
Mm-hmm.
That's the funky looking H. Around
You're a
age
funky looking
29.
Mm-hmm.
I am a funky looking age. Around age 29 to 31, we complete our first Saturn cycle, signifying the beginning of adulthood. This is the crazy, like, this is one of the things I was reading that was like, oh my God, kind of mind blowing. Saturn is best described as the taskmaster, the discipline that allows us to follow through with our tasks in this lifetime. Whatever is left unattended will show up as limitations or burdens that hinder our progress until we accept our obligations. Saturn is going to be another interesting one to look
Yeah.
at. Yeah, I saw that face, Liz. I felt it.
Mhm.
I felt it. All right, the next one is, what is that on top of that? A little cross maybe with the dot, little circle dot cross at the top.
Yeah. Something like that.
That one is Neptune. Is that one Neptune?
No, Uranus.
No, Uranus. Sorry, Uranus. However you want to say it.
Uranus.
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 Uranus. It describes where you need to follow your own track, where you can express yourself in unique and different ways, breaks up the old order once limitations need to be transcended so that new may emerge. So that's another good one I think we need to highlight. The next one down, that one's Neptune, the pitchfork, the trident.
Yeah, the trident.
The trident reveals the area where you are most susceptible to illusion and misperception. Neptune hides or veils the truth until we can perceive a deeper underlying reality. And then finally, the last one with the weird looking P is Pluto. And Pluto represents transformation. That was all the depth I wanted to go into that. It's just transformation. Because when I was reading the descriptors, it literally was talking about like 5 different ways, essentially just transformation. It was really weird.
Can you go back to Neptune and it says
Yes,
it
ma'am.
reveals areas where you're more susceptible to?
Illusion and misperception.
Thank you.
You are very welcome. Okay, so personality is the planetary imprint at the moment of birth. This represents what we have conscious access to, what we know about ourselves, and things we will recognize and identify with. The
Mhm.
design is the planetary imprint 88 degrees of the sun, so 88 to 89 days before birth. This represents the
Mhm.
nature of your unconscious, biogenetic inheritance, and the themes of our ancestors that influence you unconsciously. Each gate will also be activated by a specific planet or position, which brings its own quality to the characteristic of that gate. So, with that being said,
You're like an onion.
yes, you're like an
Mhm.
onion. There are many layers, many layers. So, with that, now I think hopefully you guys both have the capability of being able to pull up your charts in front of you. So then we
Mhm.
can just, I don't know how to do this, what the best way to do this is. Do we start at the top? Like, do we start personality, or do we just start in like the, what is it, the anja, the head, whatever that is, the very
Yeah.
top, and just go
Ajna.
gate the ajna? Do we just want to go gate by gate, and then you guys, we can discuss like where it affiliates with as far as it, if it's design, personality, and what planet? You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
To
So
do comparison, right?
yeah, to do comparisons and to see if like what resonates and maybe things that we need to um focus on. So real quick, since we're going to get into this, I
Mhm.
am going to go ahead and go get that I Ching, or get my iPad so we can look at the I
Gesundheit.
Ching. So so we can go ahead and discuss the lines that go with our
Yes, ma'am.
gates.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. Don't mess me too much. I'll be right back.
I don't have anything going on in my head. I got a white triangle.
Me too, friend. How are
You
we
know
so
why?
similar?
It's because you know why we think things simply. That's the way I look at it.
Maybe.
And it's not focused on here. We're focused somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
Our
Jen,
charts are
she
very
got all this.
I
Jen got
know,
all
for
this.
real.
Up in, she's interested.
What?
Phew.
My brain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your ajna's full.
It is.
Mhm.
It's just the one. I mean, it's, yeah, it's yellow or filled, but it's defined, I should say. Tina's, yours is, oh, Tina's isn't?
No. Tina and I
And
have
Liz, I
open
was gonna say, I
minds.
know Liz isn't. Like, Liz doesn't have anything really defined.
Hey, listen, I'm all colored right down the center like I'm supposed to be, okay?
I'm just messing with you. Okay, so gate 64. That, so all the gates are located in the same spot
Same
for
spot,
everybody.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
FYI, it's where it falls in the planetary alignment is what is going to differ. So gate 64 is the gate of confusion. Found in the head center, represents the energy to embrace and navigate life's complexities and uncertainties. Using these experiences as catalysts for growth and self-discovery, those with this gate activated are often seen as adaptable and resilient, able to find meaning and purpose amidst wow, I can't read, chaos and amidst. That's such a weird word to say. Amidst. I'm not old English. Like, amidst the fog. No, I'm just kidding. Amidst the chaos, and transform challenges into opportunities for learning and expansion.
Okay, so how do you know if it's activated? It's a dark color or circled?
I think it's when it's circled.
Okay, because like you have a dark color on your 61. What does that mean? But it's not
So-
circled.
Because her channel is connected.
Oh, so it's a
Yep.
bold number if you have a connected channel?
Mhm.
Gotcha.
It's actually circled in white. I don't know if
Oh,
you
okay.
can see that or not, but it's actually like circled in white and then whatever. So
Gotcha. So it is circled.
yeah. Yeah. So for me, my
So
gates.
what happens if it's not active?
You're not worried about if it's not active.
Not active.
That means you
So
don't have to worry
64
about it.
Yeah, you ain't got to worry about it. It's
Well,
undefined.
no, what it sounds like to me is I'm fucking confused and have no
Yeah,
All right.
idea.
So what did you say? Did you just read off what 61 was or 64?
64.
64.
Okay. So read off 61 and then we'll see.
Okay. 61 is the gate of inner truth found in the head center, represents the ability to access and understand one's inner truth and wisdom, using this knowledge to guide personal decisions and actions. Individuals with this gate activated possess a strong sense of self-awareness and introspection, often seeking deeper understanding and meaning in life's experiences.
See, and that's kind of true because listen here, Jenna Raider. Jen, because okay, it's a black line, so that's your subconscious.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, that's something that in the beginning
61.
you didn't know what you were aware of. You know what I mean?
61. No, so 61. So black is personality on this chart.
Oh,
On
is
this
it?
chart, yep. On this chart, personality is black and design is red. So
Oh, mine's different.
61.
Okay.
Yeah, 61.1. So
Is
this
your
is my person. Actually, let me just do it
so
this
then
way.
that's your personality. That's your conscious.
Yes, it falls
Okay.
under. Yeah, it falls on Mars. So
Line
what did
one.
what did I say Mars was again?
Oh, hang on.
The
Okay, nope, my notes are shit. So it's energy of primal force in the early years, and then later in life you'll be able to use it in a more meaningful way.
yes.
But it's
So pretty much how I
like a
process my
primal
emotions, I think, is that's
Mhm.
what I gathered from it.
Okay.
That's way I understand it. Whoops. Try again. What? Go back to the book. Table of contents. Oh no. Table of contents. Okay, so then 61 will be hexagram. I think we were kind of talking about this earlier, actually. Hexagram 61, which is the oracle according to the I Ching. What did I say? What line did I say?
One.
First line.
One,
So the
yeah.
first line under hexagram 61, it says sighting of a Zoya, favors bestowed. Where there is a snake, there is no swallow. This is the shit that I've been dealing with. This fucking Chinese book, man. A perilous environment. And yet, so then it goes. So let's see if I can show you guys. Let me remove that. So I don't know if you can see your
Yeah.
reflection, but you see, like, this is what I'm looking at. I'm reading. Look at yourself, Tina. But so it shows like the color or the symbol, and then it says
Mhm.
first line, and it says what I just read to you, and then underneath, I think it goes into more detail. But this is where I get confused with the lines. But this is what, according to the I Ching, a perilous environment, and yet take heart. One will rise, one who shall change the environment and bring back the swallows, symbolic of beauty, grace, an empress, messenger of good news, and the ushering in of a spring period. And so, like,
Mhm.
I don't know how to apply it. I don't understand how to apply this to that. Like it is one and the same, but I just don't understand. So we don't have to go into the lines, but I just want to give you that example of like that's what the lines are. How it reads per gate.
Mhm.
FYI. Okay.
That should be a whole nother topic video.
The lines, you think?
Yeah.
Okay. I just didn't know if it would be easier to go over the lines while we're going over the gates because
Well, we can try another
Yeah.
one. Like, okay, so like we did your Ajna and what's
Mhm.
activated there. So let's look at Tina.
Tina.
I'm
let's
63.
switch. Tina. Come on, Jen. We can do this.
You have an activated one in your Ajna?
Is my Ajna the head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The triangle at the very top.
I have a half a line, and it's my subconscious.
63.
63, you said?
Yeah, and it's connected to 4.
So what is gate 63?
63 is the gate of doubt, located in the head center, reflects the ability to question and critically assess information and beliefs, fostering a sense of discernment and intellectual integrity. Individuals with this gate activated possess a natural skepticism and curiosity, often using their analytical skills to explore new ideas and challenge established norms.
Boom.
And
That's
yours,
Tina in a nutshell.
Boom.
where did? Oh, here's your. No,
So-
that's my turn. Tina's
You
chart.
don't have Tina's, I don't think.
No, I do. I do have Tina's
Oh.
chart. I just got to switch it.
And this, okay, so I don't have it on here. So my question is, my line is, it's my 63 channel is halfway, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's connected to my 4, but my 4 is blue.
Can I zoom that in more?
It's not a white circle, it's a blue circle.
Oh yeah. I don't know how to read your chart, friend. I don't know how to read any of these charts. to be
So
quite-
I think that
Oh, It's
yours
connected to
being
my
colored-
personality.
Yeah, yours being colored in blue are the connected or the
Yeah, it's
defined
Yeah.
portion of the channels, I should say.
Like you see how I have like a blue line that's
Mhm.
connected to blue. So
Mhm.
that would be my thought of my conscious
Mhm.
all the way to my conscious of that channel, of that gate.
Mhm.
But if it's a red line and it's connected to a blue circle number, then that red line is my subconscious, but it's connected to my conscious, so I'm aware of it.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so that covers the gates. Did you want me to go into the line? So where's your oh, your 63 is not defined.
Mm-mm.
It was your 4. Okay, so then let me go into the next one, which is that's the head. Or maybe I had it backwards. Maybe it's head then Ajna. I don't remember. I'm blanking. Anyways, we're going to the next one.
We'll
So
do the bottom triangle.
The bottom. What?
The next triangle.
Yeah, the next triangle. So gate 47. Gate 47 is the gate of realization situated in the this one is the ajna. So the first one was head. This is the ajna. I kept reading head center. I'm so dumb. Okay, anyways, the gate of realization situated in the ajna center reflects the capacity to synthesize information and experiences into cohesive understanding, leading to moments of profound realization and clarity. Individuals with this gate activated are often seen as deep thinkers and problem solvers, able to integrate diverse perspectives and insights into a greater whole. Liz, yours is actually activated.
What?
Yeah.
Holy Spirit,
let's pull
activate.
Liz's up.
You said 43?
47.
47.
What? See, I don't like this. I
Oh,
don't like
in
that I
my
can't-
earth under my design. Is that how you?
Let's see.
So-
Okay, I got to fix that setting. So
Oh, that's
here,
crazy.
Mhm.
is this yours or mine? This is mine. Just kidding. Try this one. Share this tab instead. Okay, 47. So yours is activated. Yours is activated in your design side
Yeah.
with line 3. Would you like me to read the
Hit me.
I Ching? Okay. So that would be hexagram 47. So much easier on this. Hexagram 47 is the blockade. I definitely read something wrong earlier. And you, what line did I say for you?
3.
3? Okay, so for the third line, that says, trapped among the high rocks, a rugged, rocky terrain, surrounded by thorns and thistles, returning man enters his palace but cannot find his wife. It is foreboding. You are overwhelmed, unable to cope with your feelings of entanglement. There is indecisiveness in the face of what you see as your adversity. Yet you are being oppressed by that which is not oppressive. The man symbolizes logic, reason, and rationality. The wife symbolizes emotional expression, intuition, and spiritual understanding. You are not trusting your intuitions, or you are not in control of your emotions. The third line narrates the story of a man who is trapped atop a steep crag or cliff and then finds himself surrounded by thorns, making it even more difficult to extricate himself from the predicament. Finally, he manages to free himself, so he returns home to his estate, but he cannot find his wife. The implication of further misfortune. The meaning of the story is one experiencing adversity after adversity, each one different yet possibly related to the previous, unable to catch a break. The wife not being home has led to two different interpretations. It can be interpreted as you having to help yourself because there is no one you can depend on for support. Another interpretation is that the wife has been kidnapped, her whereabouts unknown, and now you have to undertake an investigative adventure. This might represent the loss of something valuable to you that now you need to retrieve. Not an auspicious forecast. Outlook in the matter at hand isn't great. Challenges ahead if one undertakes the endeavor contemplated. Perhaps it's better to stay at home and keep safe. Travel and risky journeys are ill-advised at this time. If your divinatory result is the third line, it could be an indication that extenuating forces beyond your control or that have been maliciously cast unto you are causing stagnation in your progress. To remove the blockage, counteract that baneful force.
How?
I don't know. I don't know. But it's crazy that seemed more easier to read than the other ones I was trying to do.
So listen, I found more notes.
Yay. Help us understand the lines.
The profile line number. So that's the dot, whatever, right? It says number help your personality like a booster. So there's 6, 1 through 6. Number 1, if you got a 1, it's the investigator. 2 is the hermit. 3 is the martyr. 4 is the opportunist. 5 is the heretic. And 6 is the role model. And so what these are just boosters to your
you have a
number.
way more positive outlook on this. Jen told me I'm trapped on a mountain and I'm just going to be adversity after adversity, and there's nothing I can do unless I counteract this bountiful force, but there's no instructions on how to do it except for, oh, you're not trusting your intuition. And now my wife is missing.
Oh, geez. You better go find your
Possibly
wife.
kidnapped, or she got tired of my bullshit.
Yeah, but Tina, what you read, that is that's the profile.
Yes.
And the profile is based off of your lines for your personality only. So Liz, you see yours is a 6-3. So you see here, I'm pointing at the wrong screen. Can you see my mouse? Yeah, you can't see my mouse. So yours is a 6-3. So here you have 35.6 and then 22.3. So yours is a 6-3. Down here, profile 6-3. And so you being a 6-3, your profile is...
Wouldn't that be the role model and the martyr?
Yep, the role model and the martyr. But that's what I'm saying is like those 6 things that you're... I don't know if that's the same.
Definitions for each of one of these.
Yes. Yeah. So I can read Liz's profile as the role model / martyr. But again, like I said, I think this is specifically, I think these 6 things are specifically for, I could be way wrong, but the way I read it is it looks like it's just for the personality. So the role model / martyr is individuals with a 6-3 profile embody the wisdom and maturity of the 6th line alongside the experiential learning of the 3rd line. They are driven to, I mean, maybe it is both. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's all.
I think that, Jen, you're digging too deep into the lines. Like,
yeah.
I think you're wanting it to be more like, because it's so simple. I think you want it to mean more than what it just means.
It's not that it's so simple, but to me, it doesn't make sense to classify. So like, okay, let me find like just the plain definitions for these.
Because these are just like, they're just like boosters. It's just like, just to
right.
help you,
I understand that they're boosters, but when I'm reading it, when I'm trying to pull it from the I Ching, I think it's the reason why I want to pull it from the I Ching is because it's specific around that hexagram. And it's specific to that. So it's specific to that gate. Whereas to me, this is specific to the personality because to me, it doesn't make sense. So Liz has a 6 on her. Well, that's all kind of personality. I don't mean like, I mean sun sign, like your main personality. So your sun and your moon
Mhm,
make up, because look, Liz is 6'3" on both sides for her sun and her moon.
mhm.
Heck
But
yeah,
if
I
you
am.
go down to like, what was this one again? The one below. Oh, come on. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up. The one below the guy with the horns, where it
Uh-huh.
says 3.6.
Yeah.
So to me, the 3.6, what is the one with the horns? I already closed out of my notes for some stupid reason.
Oh, that's Neptune. Oh no, wait.
No.
The guy with the horns.
So we got South Node,
Mercury, I thought.
Oh, that's
Mercury.
Mercury. Yeah,
and then who's below Mercury?
Venus.
Venus. And Venus was your morals, right?
Yes,
So
values
to
and
me,
morals.
I don't know how. I mean, I guess for Liz, it possibly could apply, but role model for morals, I'm gonna find the definitions.
Cause see, like my main thing is I want to know about the gates. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
32. Boosters are, I think they're
And
just. But I see
yeah,
what you're saying though, because
yeah.
like when
So
you go
like
to
it'd be
the
weird
when
for
you go
like
to
the
the
investigator
Ching,
to apply. Yeah,
it gets more into detail around that area.
right. And
Mhm.
so I do see what you're saying. I possibly am looking too deep into it, but like it's because my brain is having a hard time saying like, oh, this applies to everything, where I feel like it should be individualized when it's
Yeah.
with the gates. That's
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know how my mind is making sense, but that's okay. We can
Because her
we
head
can
is full.
my head is full.
Ours is empty. That's why I'm just keeping it simple.
Okay, but I mean, no, that's fine. We can keep it simple and just go into the gates. It would be easy, and then we can. Well, since we already started the profile, I can go ahead and read Liz's profile, what the definition is. So she's a role model martyr. Individuals with the 6'3" profile embody the wisdom and maturity of the sixth line alongside the experiential learning of the third line. They are driven to explore the world through trial and error, learning valuable lessons from their experiences. As they mature, they integrate these lessons and step into their role as wise mentors, offering guidance and support to those around them. Their unique blend of wisdom and adaptability allows them to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. It's a great one. What are you laughing for?
But bro, it's like so fucking spot on. Right? No, I'm not even kidding. I feel like everything I have ever done in my life has been, well, I don't fucking know. And I get thrown to the wolves and I'm like, well, that didn't work out. Or, well, so now I know for next time, kind of a thing. But, right, we talk about these things all the time about
Mhm.
how, like, you literally just said that later on in life, you wind up being like this full of wisdom, right? Because
Mhm.
basically you just went around and poked all the bears and was like, this is what happens when you poke a bear, you
Yeah.
know?
Mhm.
But it's kind of setting me up for where I am feeling called to go now. So in some ways, like had I not experienced those things, I wouldn't know what the hell I was talking about.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So if you
Yeah.
want to know about how to freaking be resilient and stay positive when I can empathize with you for those that are listening.
Yeah.
Just know that I'm basically a subject matter expert in adversity and trials
Trial
and
and error.
tribulations.
Tina, would you like me to read yours?
Sure,
Since
go
we're here?
ahead.
Okay, so Tina, you are a 1-3 profile. You are the investigator/martyr.
Mhm.
The 1-3 profile combines the investigative nature of the first line with the experiential. I hate that word. It's coming out of my mouth weird. Learning with the third line. These individuals are driven to understand the world around them and learn from their experiences. They are deeply insightful and often share their wisdom with others, though they may face challenges in their personal relationship due to their need for trial and error. So yours is similar.
Mhm.
But we
Yours-
also have similar charts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mine is the 5-3, I think is what mine was. Which mine's not on here.
You're just a mystery. That's all.
I'm a mystery. No, I'm sorry. Mine's 5-1. 5-1. Okay, sorry. Mine is here. 5-1 profile. The 5-1 profile, it's the heretic, whatever a heretic is, and an investigator. The 5-1 profile. Heretic? Am I saying it wrong?
I don't know. I'd have to look at
Heretic.
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 Uh-huh.
What did I say?
I don't
Heretic.
know what it was.
I think I
Yeah.
said heretic. Heretic.
Heretic.
What, heretic
Yeah, heretic.
heretic. Which one is it?
It's
Now I'm
heretic,
confused.
but you
Okay,
said
heretic.
heretic.
Heretic. I feel like they're both right. Anyways, heretic and investigator. The 5-1 profile combines the energy of the fifth line, which seeks to make a practical impact on the world, with the first line's need for a solid foundation. These individuals are drawn to share their knowledge and insights with others, often finding themselves in leadership or teaching roles. They require a strong foundation of understanding to support their innovative ideas and ambitions.
Yep.
See?
Weird. All right, let's continue on with the gates.
Okay.
All right, we left off on 47.
Do we want to just finish the Ajna gates for tonight, and then we
Mhm.
can
Continue on. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out which set. Not that. Where's the regular setting? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I was telling Tino this is gonna end up being more parts, but I think I'm gonna need a break. So okay, so we'll finish up with the Ajna. Why did I take that off? Because I'm tired. All right, 24. Gate 24 is the gate of rationalization. Located in the Ajna Center, is about the capacity to rationalize and make sense of life's experiences, integrating them into a coherent worldview. Those with this gate activated are often seen as deep thinkers, able to find meaning and purpose in even the most challenging circumstances, and using their insight, to guide their actions and decisions. I need a bigger. I'm gonna.
You said
change-
24?
Am I reading? It was. Look, that's why I said I need a bigger one because I think I read the wrong one.
I don't see 20. Oh, because we're still in the Ajna. That's in the.
Yeah.
I looked.
Oh
at the
yeah,
wrong
no,
one.
that's one. That is one. Sorry, mine's
24?
just not active, so it's
Mhm.
like
Hold on. I want to find the bigger.
you're right. You right.
Where did it go?
Every
Where'd it
time
go?
she says activate, I just want to say, Holy Spirit, activate.
Activate. Activate. Okay, that way it's a little bit bigger.
Gotcha.
24. I read 24.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Next is gate 4.
Mhm.
Gate 4 is the gate of formalization, located in the Ajna Center, is about the capacity to develop logical and coherent plans, providing a solid foundation for successful decision making. Individuals with this gate activated possess a strong analytical mind and are skilled at organizing information and ideas, allowing them to strategize effectively and communicate their plans to others.
Ha ha!
That's
Is
you guys?
That's
is yours
me!
That's
active?
you?
Holy
Activate.
Spirit, activate.
Activate. What planet is it in?
4.
Wait.
Or wait.
Yeah. You're
Let me see. It's in my subconscious. It's in
the funky H.
the funky H, which is
I can't remember what
Saturn.
that was. Saturn.
Wait, how do you know it's in the funky H?
See her
She
sorry.
doesn't have my profile is not up.
Oh, makes way more sense why I was confused.
Oh.
I'm like,
Okay.
wait, what?
Yeah,
Mhm.
sorry. Hold on. Human design. It's kind of dumb the way they have this on StreamYard. Like I should be able to just switch back and forth the way I want.
Right.
But anyways, yeah. So you can see
Okay.
on the left-hand side, she's got
Got it.
her
Got it.
gates 4.6. Or in the
And even though my channel is red, it brings it over to my personality, to my subconscious or my conscious. So I'm conscious and I'm aware of it,
Mhm.
but it developed in my subconscious.
In your design.
makes
Very
So
sense.
I'm a
cool.
natural. Mhm.
All right, next is gate 17, which is also activated for Tina.
Mhm.
The gate of opinions, situated in the Ajna Center, highlights the capacity to form well-informed opinions and share them constructively to promote understanding and growth. Individuals with this gate activated possess a strong analytical mind and are skilled at evaluating information, enabling them to engage in thoughtful discussions and contribute valuable insights.
That's me.
Interesting. That's you too?
Yeah.
Yeah, woohoo!
That apparently is. Wait, which gate did I say that was? 17.
17.
That apparently is not me, which is weird because I feel like I'm pretty opinionated and I can say very educational, well-informed opinions. Maybe
Oh, it
not.
just says you're not informed enough.
I'm not informed enough. All right, next is gate number 11.
Mhm.
Gate number 11 is the gate of ideas, situated in the Ajna Center, is about the ability to generate innovative ideas and envision the future. Individuals with this gate activated possess a creative and imaginative mind, often seeing possibilities and potential where others do not. They are natural visionaries who inspire others with their ideas and insights. Is yours activated?
No, and that's why I said that tracks because
Oh.
I freaking struggle with that. Weird that I would struggle, right? I'm telling you,
Oh,
I
poor
picked,
Liz.
I
She
picked
put it on there.
extremely difficult.
Oh, poor Liz.
Bonus round. It's okay.
All right.
It's okay. I'm still here. I'm alive. I'm
Yeah,
surviving.
and you're you're becoming aware of these things and you're educating yourself and you're going to be able to combat this. All
I
right,
am
gate
gonna-
43, which is active in mine and Liz's chart, and Tina's.
Ooh.
No, just kidding,
No.
not Tina's.
Well,
Sorry, yours is confusing because yours is a different color.
I know.
Gate 43 is the gate of insight. Found in the Ajna Center, it represents the ability to perceive and understand the deeper meanings and patterns in life, leading to profound insights and wisdom. Individuals with this gate activated possess a keen intuition, and the innate and an innate ability to see beyond the surface, often using their insights to guide their actions and decisions.
tracks.
See?
Mhm.
But apparently I don't listen to mine, so it's fine.
Well, where is yours at? Is yours on the personality side, or yeah, yours is on
Mine-
your personality side under
Saturn.
yeah, Saturn. I clicked on yours and I thought it was gonna give me more information about it, but I guess not. Mine, where's mine located? Mine is, come on. Oh, mine is on my design side.
Oh, actually, I have 43 on both my design and my personality.
Oh, look at that.
Interesting.
Yeah. So when you hover over this chart that you gave me,
Oh yeah.
it highlights where they are.
So yours is in your south node, which is your past.
Developmental.
Yeah,
right?
your
Mhm.
developmental period. And then in we said Saturn.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And what did I say about Saturn?
You said taskmaster, master, discipline to complete tasks. That's what Saturn is. The taskmaster.
The taskmaster. Yeah.
Cool.
Wow. Okay. So then we'll stop it there then.
Mhm.
And we will continue on next time it's my turn.
Yeah. She's like, next time it's my turn.
Next time it's my turn. Next time it's my turn. No, that's fun. Then we can go into I think we'll be able to finish up all the gates the next time around, just
Yeah.
because then it's not going to have a bunch of like the fluff in the beginning. But
Right.
there's still a lot more stuff that I want to get into because
Yeah.
God, there's so much stuff like environment and foods and it's just so much stuff. Like
Mhm.
we can continue talking about it. And I love the fact that Tina's got all her notes too, so that's super helpful.
Yeah.
Super helpful.
I found my special notebook.
Yeah, her special notebook.
Her handy
So-
dandy notebook.
Look, it's so crazy because, like this notebook, the cover, it's white. This other one I have is white. This other one that I have is white. So I don't even.
So it's all undefined.
yeah, pretty much. Except for
Zinga.
I have my life path stuff in my pink one.
Because it's defined.
That's right. I have all these inputs.
Oh man. Okay, so before we end it, anybody have any questions or any more tidbits they want to add?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
No, I think we conversed about it already. I
Yeah.
mean, I'll be interested to, keep
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
and get into some of the more applicable things. Like all of these things are interesting and kind of explain a lot of things. But then getting into the different like individualness of it to where you can start maybe implementing, like you were talking about foods and
Yeah.
environments and different things like that.
The
Yeah.
foods are it's pretty wild.
No spoilers, Tina.
I'm not. Shh, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say nothing.
Not gonna say anything. Okay, buddies.
All right,
Good night.
bye.
Bye.